let's talk about a 27-second clip that shows us everything we need to know about the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback competition in air quotations if you're listening to this on audio in week 7. Let's play it for him. There it is. Wonder who's going to be next. Oh, there he is. There he is. Justin Fields. I did do Kyle Allen definitely dirty in this video. Will not lie. I got called out on it more than once from people saying there is no Kyle Allen. And for those of you listening and not watching on YouTube, this is all Russell Wilson and then Justin Fields in every single drill, because that's what happened all day long. It took zero snaps because they do one before, and well, that one was Russell Wilson, to say that there it is. There's the starting quarterback. A couple of teammates afterwards confirmed that Russell Wilson was taking first team snaps. Justin Fields wasn't doing much work with the first team. A competition that we knew was over the second Mike Tomlin said it was open, well, is officially closed. And Mike Tomlin is not going to say anything. I have a hard time where we stand today, re-listening to, re-watching, because I'm a psychopath, and my wife tells me all the time, you know, she'll like, I'll get out of the shower or something, and she's like, dude, do you enjoy listening to the Mike Tomlin press conference again, or do you just do it because you're bored? And I say, I don't know. I just feel like if it's there, I have to do it. Like, I have to listen to everything Steelers at all times. It was clearly a mirage for the Jets. It was just, hey, here you go. We're not going to decide on a quarterback. Maybe Russ isn't even going to take first team reps. Now he is. He's the starting quarterback. I have a feeling Mike Tomlin's going to let this one coast right into Sunday night before he makes any announcement. I don't think he's going to make an announcement. I think we'll be putting out that story at 8:01 or 8:21 or whatever when Russ walks out there and has announced the starter of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But this one's Russ. Book closed. I mean, no surprise here, but I'll open the floor for you.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we kind of forecasted yesterday. So not surprising that, I mean, I think yesterday you said that 95% of the snaps were going to go to Russell Wilson. I was like, oh, that seems a bit high, but I feel like based on what we're hearing, that's what you saw on day one of practice this week. So it seems like it's a foregone conclusion. It seemed like a foregone conclusion yesterday, but to see it play out in real time is a different animal. And we had the discussion on Monday. Could they really bench a 4-2 quarterback coming off a 32-point performance? Mike Tomlin can, and he certainly seems to have already done it.
Basketball season is right around the corner, and there are few live events that make you feel as in the moment, and I get it, football season is probably one of them, where you feel like you're there, you're part of the action. Well, let me tell you about Game Time, and how Game Time has this new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filter out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I decided to jump on and see what Pittsburgh Steelers versus New York Jets tickets look like in primetime. And it took me 3 seats before they hit me with a great deal, telling me that not only are these probably the cheapest, but for the view, they may be the best deal that anybody can offer. Let me walk you through a couple of really nice things about Game Time. First, priority. Game Time Picks curates to make it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, etc. They give you all-in pricing, which means that this feature shows you the total upfront cost with no surprise fees at checkout, because that is the absolute worst thing about buying tickets. They give you seat views because nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to show up not knowing what their view of the stadium is going to look like. The lowest price guaranteed, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference, and Game Time ticket coverage, which means that your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use our code ALLSTEELERS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code ALLSTEELERS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. Yes. Yes, he has. And I got a comment. I want to address this really fast because I got a comment immediately under that tweet that said Justin Fields looks like he's already given up. And I'm not getting that vibe at all. Like, I am not getting that whatsoever. I'm getting Justin was well aware that this was going to happen when Russ was healthy, that he was very mentally prepared for this situation, and that he's just ready to fill back in if needed. But I don't get the vibe that Justin Fields is giving up. The honest truth says, did you guys see Adam Schefter's tweet about Russ probably starting? I did. I think at this point it'll just slowly trickle in, but all it would take, and I wish we could just welcome all you guys to the sideline for 2 seconds, because that's all it would take for you guys to walk in there and go, oh yeah, there it is. Russ is the starting quarterback. Who would have thought? So this will be Russell Wilson on Sunday. I have a hard time believing that there is even a remote possibility that Justin doesn't go or that Justin starts unless something happens to Russell Wilson between now and then. And all those concerns, we'll address them as we get closer to game day. But for right now, yeah, they should be there. And I'm not eliminating any of them. All right. With that said, we talk quarterback. I guess let me ask you this. What is your biggest concern before Sunday when it comes to Russ?
My biggest concern is that he's not fully healthy behind that offensive line. And of course, he looked fine against Ghosts in that video, that 27 seconds. He looked fine, and he'll look fine in practice against, the scout defense, which is fine. Yeah. Will he look fine whenever the Jets defense is coming at him full speed on Sunday night on national television? That's my biggest concern. According to Mike Tomlin, it shouldn't be. He said last week he proved his health. This week he's trying to prove that he got the rust off. So according to Tomlin, there shouldn't be any concern, but I have a little bit of concern still whenever you're on the shelf at 35 years old with a calf injury for 2 months, and then you come back in with a depleted offensive line. So that is 100% still my biggest concern.
Yeah, if you go back and watch the tape, there's a couple of plays where you're very nervous for Russ. I got to say, also shout out to Russell Wilson. And I like Russ. I'm a big Russ guy. I think he's a great dude. If he does hear this, I hope he knows it's sarcastic. But shout out Russ, man. And that calf, brother, that calf came back rocking 100% faster than anybody I've ever seen who couldn't run a week ago. And now all of a sudden, those rollouts, they are strong. But like Mike Tomlin says all the time, can't tell you all the ingredients to a hot dog. You might not like it. Don't know how Russ got here so fast, but he did. He's on this moving train. He will be the starter. I agree with you. It does make me very nervous. I also think that the Steelers offense will be designed to have him avoid things. I also think that, you really go back and look, the Steelers don't really care. At this point, they're looking at it and saying, we're 4-2. We want to win the AFC North. This is a good opportunity. We'd rather do it now than later. Justin's had 6 turnover-worthy plays in the last 2 weeks. That's concerning. Russ gets sacked all the time, but he doesn't turn the ball over. So that's what they're looking at this going. And Mike Tomlin has his mind made. It will be Russell Wilson on Sunday. When everybody else says it, just remember, we knew it here first. We knew, everybody on All Steelers Talk, everybody in the chat, everybody everywhere knew what we were rocking because Russell Wilson will be the starter.